Okay, sorry, I know that's just a disgusting way to start out a video, but what I'm doing here is I'm going to show you the Purewell portable RO system. It's got battery power, so you can take it on your camping trips. So it's got this pre-filter here, then takes it through here. There's a access. Oh, let's see, I gotta set this down for a second. The access to this filter is right underneath the compass, and I don't know why I can't get this off here. Anyway, filter's under there. When you get that out for the first time and you need to change the filter or whatever, the instructions say you need to take plastic off the filter, but I didn't see any plastic on there. So in this model, I actually accidentally broke off the handle that you use to pull up the filter. So you only need to pull it up at 45 degrees before it unlatches. I didn't realize it unlatched. I took it up 90 degrees and busted it. So now I can't get that filter out anyway. So I thought, what would be the ultimate test of testing out this system? So our blue line is our drinking water, red line is the wastewater, so that's just going to come out here. This is pretty disgusting. It's rainwater, dead bugs, and urine from the beginning of the video. So I'm going to test the water with these test strips here. You basically pull the test strips out. Careful, it's with dry hands. You're supposed to just put it in the water for a few seconds. I don't want my fingers to touch this water. Okay. Supposed to lay it flat for, I think, 60 seconds, just so the little sensor squares don't bleed into each other. And you can see the scale here. So our pH on this is about 8, so it's a little alkaline. Oh wait, nope, I'm holding it the wrong way. So our pH is acidic, more on the acidic line. So it's rainwater that got dead bugs and urine in it. So hardness is maybe 100. It's hard to tell on this gauge, the second one down. Hydrogen sulfide 0, iron 0, copper basically 0, maybe 0.2. Lead, maybe closer to the 5 parts per billion. Manganese 0, total chlorine 0, mercury 0, nitrate maybe 25 parts per million. Nitrite is 0. Sulfate looks like it's towards the 0. Zinc 0. Fluoride 0. It's just rainwater, so no fluoride. Sodium chloride 0. Total alkalinity 0. Okay, so toss that strip off to the side, and we're going to put our pre-filter in this muck. Oh my god, disgusting. Click this bad boy on, push and hold it. Battery indicator turns on. I think you got to click it again for it to do its thing. So now it's flushing the system. So you can see our pre-filter is sunk down to the bottom. You can adjust these little floats. So if you didn't want to picking up the nasties at the bottom of whatever your water source is. And then we've got this on the outset. So this is our drinking water, and it says it's in the UV sterilization phase. Our parts per million of the water, the raw water, is 265, 270. Our pure water coming out is 13, supposedly. So I've got this secondary TDS monitor that we're going to do some other measurements using this glass. So I measured my RO water coming out of my house system, and it seems I might need to change the battery because the RO. And while I'm doing this, I'm not going to waste this water. I'm just going to see how fast it can fill up this gallon jug. So that way that water's not going to waste. And we're going to check the parts per million in the outgoing water, which it says it's set at 11 on the machine here. So on the machine it says 11, but on the tester here it says 15, which currently is usually what my house RO system gets, but my RO system now, the filter must need to be changed because I tested it before coming out, and it was 26, 27, I think. Okay. So I've got another new strip here. You can hear how quiet it is. You can hear it sounds like the water going into the jug is just about as loud as the machine itself. So I'm gonna have to, oops, what do we got in there? Something floating in there. Where did that come from? Let's refill that up all the way to the top. So it's coming out pretty good. I'm afraid to taste this just because of the source, but I will here shortly. I set it in the rain barrel a little while back and was tasting it out of that, and it at first had a little bit of a plasticky taste, but then that dissipated eventually. So it was brand new. That was the first test I did, was with the rain barrel. So we can see here the pH is still pretty acidic, on the acidic side. Hardness, of course, no hydrogen sulfide, iron, copper. Okay, for some reason the video stopped on the Insta360X2. It's an oldie but a goodie. It still works. At least it makes a sound now when it shuts off. So no nitrates, which I think before it was in a 20, 25, maybe even 50. I got the strip over there in the grass. We'll have to review the video. No nitrates, no, well, little sulfates still, which I have no idea what the hell that is. Zero zinc, zero fluoride again, no sodium chloride, total alkalinity, 0. So we got that, the test strip from the outcoming water, and our gallon jug. You can barely see the water in there. That's how nice and clear it is. So, oops, get that faucet back in there. So quite a bit of difference from the raw water going in. Currently at 267 ppms, parts per million total dissolved solids. Output water shows, oh, does this have a little, oh yeah, look at that. I don't know, that makes it harder to see now though. Pure water is 009, so 9 parts per million total dissolved solids. It seems like the outflow from the drinking water and the raw water coming out of the red hose is about equal. We've used about a third of our 5-gallon bucket. It was almost 100% full. So we should easily be able to get a gallon of water out of this water. And you saw what was in there from before. Let's do another test from the meter here. Still reading a 15, so that is pretty good. And I'm not going to dip this in the beginning water because I don't really care what that is, and I'm not going to do that with my meter here. So let's see what this tastes like. Maybe a little bit of the plasticky, but shit, I just drank my own pee. Didn't want to say that too loud because I didn't know if the neighbors were listening, but that's what was in there, along with the dead bugs and the stagnant rainwater from the rain barrel. So again, when you get this, if you decide to go with the Purewell portable RO system, when you first take that filter out, like the instruction says, there's no plastic on it, so you don't even need to take it out. But in the instruction it says take off the plastic, but just be careful when you pull up on that little lever. You only need to do a 45-degree angle for it to unlatch. You just pull straight up and change it out. They give you 3 or 4 of the pre-filters that go inside that that housing, that plastic housing. So it's supposed to last you about 12 months. And you can always get yourself another ppm reader if you're not trusting on this. But as long as it's putting out water that's 9, according to this 9, according to this 15 parts per million total dissolved solids, that's going to get out all your nasties that you don't want to drink out of water. So definitely nice to have this as a backup, and a little bit even more portable than the Berkey. And it's only ran for, I guess this is a battery meter. I was looking at this as a battery meter. The battery meter is still showing 100% charge. So, and it's filtered out. Maybe I've got a ½ gallon of drinking water, and it's used about 2.5 gallons of my raw water here, and then I had it running for a few minutes off the rain, just the rain barrel. The rain barrel was only 60 something going in, so this is quite a bit dirtier and nastier water to test from. So quite the interesting test, and so far I'm happy with it, but I got to send this one back because I won't be able to change this filter out. So like I said, nice backup. Highly recommend having you take a look at this, and I think there's even a good deal going on Amazon right now. I can't remember the price. It's like less than 200 bucks, but I think standard is around 300. So anyway, hope you like this, and we'll see you next time.